Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Bit of a different one today.
Hi, we're Emily, Lee, and Hudson. We're from the UK, and after some years living abroad in Thailand and Gozo, where we got married, we wanted to be closer to nature with our own land for self-sufficiency. So we followed our dream and moved to rural Bulgaria in 2019 in a bid to become debt and stress-free and property owners. Follow us on our journey as we renovate our future home, showcase Bulgarian village life, and share some useful tips as we learn along the way. We've got big plans on a tiny budget. Welcome to Our Derelict Dream.
So a slightly different video today. We were expecting to get a wood delivery last week so that I can make doors and windows for the current property. The website that company use has been absolute garbage, unfortunately. So we thought we placed an order, but we hadn't, so we've had to do it by phone, and fortunately there's someone there that speaks perfect English, so we've been able to sort that out. But it's coming on Friday. Today is Wednesday. But never mind, it's the way it goes here. It's been pretty warm anyway, so it's been nice to actually enjoy the weather, enjoy the pool, enjoy the garden. So today, because we don't really have anything sort of structured out, I'm going to do a tour of our new village, Ravnovo. So I'm going to take the camera to the end of the village, I'm going to walk back to the car, and I'll show you everything along the way. God, it is warm. I don't know if you can see the sweat on me. I've just walked from where I parked the car to here. It's approximately 3 minutes to walk the entire village. So I'm gonna tell you what I can about it. So there's, I would say, approximately 20 houses here. A few are abandoned or at least empty. Fly. A few are used as holiday homes, and there's probably only 10, maybe 12 long-term residents here. That's the name of the village in English as well, which is really handy. So the direction away from our house is about 4 kilometres to Zlatoritsa, which is our sort of local town where there's a post office, supermarkets, things like that. And then beyond that, you've got Veliko, Tarnovo. That's around 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And then in the direction that I'm heading, we have Ravnovo, where we are. We have the next village on, which is where we currently live, called Dedina, and a village about 4 kilometres after that is called Razoa. Right, so I'm walking down the road, and there's a few offshoots going to the right and to the left, and I will walk down the first one, and I'll explain why we were drawn to this village. So I first came down this little side road, must have been about a year ago. And it was kind of to look around, see what's going on. And it was also because we were actually looking to buy some agricultural land, which was situated just at the bottom of this path. So we came down here to have a look at the land, which we didn't end up getting. We bought the house instead. But yeah, we came down and we just saw, it was 2 or 3 houses down here, so quiet. And there was a gentleman at the end, translating with him on the phone. We were saying that we were looking at the land and stuff, and he just wanted to sit and have a conversation with us. It was so nice, and he gave us a jar of honey. Just a super nice guy. He only actually uses the property during the holiday seasons. I haven't seen him this year, but maybe I'll pop into him as I'm walking down. As you can see, the amazing views here. Lovely apple tree there as well. You can see it's just fruit trees around, open fields, and I'll show you the piece of land that we were looking at. The area that I'm walking on now is a public right-of-way. If I move a little bit to the right, that's someone's land. It's not fenced off. I've had a look on the map and I know that I'm not trespassing whilst going here. And I'll go to the edge of the land that we were looking at and show you. It would have been absolutely incredible. Okay, so we're at the land. I'm hoping you can see the tree line through here. Goes all the way around this field, down the bottom where you can see the larger tree just there, up to the right, and comes towards me. It's about, I think it was about 4 acres, and the owner was selling this along with 8 other plots of land. No, sorry, 7. It was 8 in total, and they wanted 6,500 lev, which is about 3,000 euros. 2 of them were forests, so there would have been an abundance of firewood for us. It would have really set us up for the future. Unfortunately, somebody beat me to it, but the same seller was selling the house, and I drive past that house every day, and I've always loved the view and thought, oh, that would just be amazing. So I actually put in an offer, and we bought the house without ever going inside. Fortunately, we were lucky. Now, my plan for some of that land was going to be to dig a pond, and I was going to farm my own fish for food, maybe turn that into some kind of little business where people could come and fish and catch the food and cook it on site, you know, obviously just charge them by the kilo or whatever. That would have been a great little business for me here all year round, but other things get in the way. You have kids. And yeah, that didn't quite work out, but we still are on the hunt when we have funds to maybe do something like that again. I think it'd be great. I will try and find out who owns this property on the corner. Apart from a few minor things on the outside, that's just the render. It's actually in a great spot. A wonderful views this way, up to the hills. And wonderful views back the other way. Back on the main road, there's an old gentleman that lives in this house. I've never actually spoken to him, but he's the local goat herder. So he has this property with a lot of land just here to the left of it, through these large trees, and that's where he grazes all of his animals. He's got everything there. Lovely, lovely spot, and again the views over the back. I'm hoping I can get a good view of it here. Just stunning, absolutely amazing. Now, doing this walk, I will point out any houses that are, or at least that I know are available. Car, one of our neighbours. Yeah, I will point out any houses that are available, and I'll try and point out ones that I don't yet know anything about. But if somebody does show an interest, perhaps I can talk with the mayor here and try to find out who owns it, if it's for sale. One thing that I have found in rural Bulgaria, there's a few properties in our current village, Dedina, just 1 kilometre away, and there are a few that are sort of rack and ruin now, and it turns out that they have been left in wills. When somebody passes away and it's divided up between maybe 10 cousins or something like that, and they just don't see the value in selling it, because maybe they'll earn 200, 300 euros each, and to them it's just not worth it. So unfortunately, they just go to rack and ruin. Okay, so I'm at the next crossroads. I'll spin you around. Up this way here, we have one of our nice neighbours. Doesn't speak any English, but we try and talk quite a lot. He's in the house on the left, and there's a house on the right which I don't believe anybody lives in, with approximately an acre garden in front of it which somebody is managing. Now opposite that, we have a house on the corner here. I don't know if anybody lives there. And one more house beyond, and obviously that leads back down to the view of the hills. Now, I'm hoping you can see here, this is a vacant lot, which I imagine would be able to be purchased and built on, with those stunning views again. Now, just next to this vacant plot here, we've got the start of a barn, totally overgrown, and beyond that, there's actually a house. Unfortunately, I've been able to find out absolutely nothing about this property, but the land looks very large, great views. Just needs to be cleared. Maybe the house even needs to be torn down. I don't know. Can't really see it from here. It says on the fence there it's number 41. So maybe if I can catch up with the mayor one day, maybe I can find out what's going on. Now on the same side of the road, just next to that vacant property, is another vacant lot. I would imagine this is approximately 2 acres. From there, if I spin round, there is a derelict house. It's actually in not bad condition. It's almost like it's not been finished. The roof is good, structure looks great. Obviously need to be rendered and new windows, etc. There's a nice big plot of land next to it. Oh, and a barn. Hopefully you can see that. And at some point it has had electricity to it. So yeah, nice little project for someone. Continue down the road. This is our lovely mayor's house. That's where she lives. Opposite is another house that's been left. Cracking condition though. That'd be nice for someone. Now, next to the mayor's house, we have this house, which we took some pictures off and showed off in one of our videos. And one of our subscribers actually bought it. It's a great building. Lots of character on the inside, loads of space. They got a cracking deal as well. It was, yeah, very, very good buy. Now next to that, we have this large grey building here, and the rest of the building over there. This is one property. It is huge. I actually walked around it the other day, and I think the owner wants a little bit too much money for it, but for somebody it would be a fantastic purchase. We'll need a little bit of work on the roof, not a whole new roof though. And inside there's, I can't remember, I think there's about 8 rooms plus that first part of the building that I told you about. Yeah, and this is the side of the building here. Very, very large property, and it's got 1,800 square meters at the back, which, what's that, half an acre, give or take. Now I am going to walk up this little side road because there's a couple of houses up here. I'll just show you what's around. There is this property opposite, which to some people looks like rack and ruin, but actually the structure is very good. Not sure if that's available, but again, I'll try and find out. I'm hoping you can see all the lovely views behind me, and even when I turn back that way beyond that house, it's just, we're just surrounded by it here. And I'm sure, well, hopefully you can hear it. All you hear is birds. Amazing. So walking up the track on the right, there is a derelict property. Roof looks real good. Chimneys look good. It's had electricity at some point. Could do with windows, could do with new gutters. Now I'm not going to go anywhere near it. It's obviously not my land. But yeah, it looks to be a big barn structure through there as well. Probably a nice piece of land looking back at those hills. And if I show you opposite that property, there's this one. Now this has got all new windows. It's got a brand new roof. It's had a lot of work done on it recently. Not sure if it's going to be somebody's holiday home or maybe they'll come and live here full time. But they've had French drains installed. Yeah, somebody spent a lot of money on this over the past year. It's great. I'll continue up the track. It's not that far. And you can see where the electricity cables go. So if you're following electricity lines, you'll inevitably end up somewhere. That was my thought process. So we've got some wonderful pear trees. There is one house just over there. I believe somebody lives in that at the moment actually. Got plum trees, oak trees, and now we're going on to the field which is behind our house. Now this field is agricultural. It's divided into about 8 parcels, and it is just so beautiful up here. Absolutely incredible. Now potentially this could be a bit of agricultural land that would serve my purpose. It's away from people, so it doesn't matter about noise. Not that there would be any noise. You're just surrounded by nature. You can't see a single building from here. It's just bliss. Absolute bliss. You're surrounded by forests and hills. Distant views, close views, and it's literally behind my house. So if I put a gate at the back of the house, at the back of the garden, this is where I'd end up. Come to think of it, this bit of land might be too big for what I need. I mean, bigger is normally better, but when you're trying to do it on a budget, maybe not. But it is, I'd say it's about 5 acres, 6 acres here. And it's owned by the municipality. So there's always a chance you can approach them and say what you want to do with it, and they can either rent it to you, which is normally, at least in our area, is charged at 100 lev per decade, which is 1,000 square meters, and that's your charge for the year. So I believe this one is around 25,000. So I could rent this for 2,500 lev per year, which is about 1,100 euros, something like that, 1,200 euros. Now if it was a business that was earning me more than that, it's almost like the business is free. Be a great idea. Now for anybody wondering, I don't think this village would be considered sort of normal rural Bulgaria. It's very small. There are obviously villages that we've seen which have just been a house and a few barns, and it was classed as a village. It had a population of 0. And if that's what you're looking for, you still can find that here. If you're looking for places with shops or bars, maybe a little corner shop, in our area that doesn't really exist. You may find a slightly larger village with a bar, maybe somewhere to eat, and a little sort of corner shop. But the villages will be much larger. If you're looking for a smaller village around VT, this kind of area is perfect. So I'm back now at the property on the corner, the one that is for sale, opposite the bus stop. Now this bus stop isn't really a bus stop. There's a transit van that comes and picks you up on a Monday, and it will drive you to Zlatarica, the town up the road, for about 1 lev, I think it is. And it will wait there for 3 hours. So it'll pick you up at 8 o'clock and it will drop you back at 11. It's the same for our village and for the next village. It's all the same service, and that runs every Monday. Now, apart from our house and the hotel opposite us, there is only one more house in this village, and it's just beyond our house. It's used by a younger couple with a child, and they only come for 2 weeks in the year. So we have no neighbours, and naturally that's just how I like it. And this is where we are. So these are what they call century trees. They are protected by the government or by the municipality, and you're not allowed to cut them down. You're not allowed to do anything. They are here for nature, so they will remain. There's 2 here and this one, so they will remain here. Nobody can build there. And then we have our little place here. Okay, so apart from the one house over my shoulder, that's it. That's the village. If you're looking for a small village, there's this village, there's the village where we currently live, Dedina, and the village beyond, Ravnovo. None have shops, none have bars, none have supermarkets. And if that's the kind of life that you want, let us know and I will try and find some things that may be available. I will talk with the mayor, and yeah, maybe we can do some more tours around properties if that's the kind of thing that people are interested in. Just let us know. Anyway, peace. We'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully we get this wood delivery and I can start building some stuff. Get back on track.